that?
It's very exciting. You know, we were together with Sean the last fight before Devin Alexander, and so we worked a lot together. And then we've been, you know, as they returned to the camp here, we've been working together again. But first day, Ken was like, "White boy." I go, "What? White boy? You? Yeah? What's up? I want you to be with us." I go, "I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be with you the whole time you're here." "No, not here. I want you to be with us in the fight. I want you to be with us at the fight, in the ring." And I go, "You do?" And he goes, "Yeah, I want you to be with us." And I go, "You, me, and Mike Rodriguez?" He goes, "That's right." I said, "You got it." He goes, "I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on, but if you can make it, I want you to be there." So I can make it. Big music.
Let me ask you this about just the hypoxic training. How does that, it's new science, you haven't been doing it that long, but you already, the fighters all say they notice a difference.
Big difference.
Talk about that.
It's just immediate in the recovery. Amazing in the recovery of the fighter in the rounds. That's what they all say throughout the whole thing. Because I can't believe I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Andy Vince, he's like, he goes, Andy, when I started Andy on it, when he went to 6-round fights, he was like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not fatigued.
The one thing that you lose as an athlete when fatigue starts to set in is your basic, your fundamental, your what you have. You know, everything starts to kind of get out of whack. You start to kind of get fatigue mentally, and things start to kind of go everywhere. So working on this bag, when you start to breathe hard and you feel it, you just tell yourself, keep your hands up, turn those shots over the way you're supposed to turn them over. And then before you know it, when you're in the actual ring sparring or in a fight or just, you know, catching mitts or whatever, you don't have that fatigue, but you still have that mental state of staying in position, working hard, and also being sharp and crisp with everything you do. So it all translates over. Coming out here from Las Vegas to train for a week is well worth the time, well worth the money, the energy, and we get all we can out of it.
Yes. You want to slow you don't want to do a lot of You want to incorporate proper technique. Use his legs, his hips. That's such a key factor. Use as much muscle as you can.
My recovery is tremendous. In about 30 seconds, I get back to where, you know, most people are normally. So it's great. The hypoxic training is unbelievable. And I love training with Remy as well. He works as hard on the track.
You know, as we talked in the past, it's all about layers. Right. You can't put everything in on somebody in the very beginning. You know, unload everything you know. Just little by little, each fight, if you're with them, if what you do in that one fight, the first fight works, they invite you back. Then you start doing more, and then they invite you back again, and then again. And you try things each time. Some things work, some things don't work for that particular fight at the time.
Yeah.
But that you've tried it or touched it, maybe 2 or 3 fights later, you go back to it. Say, remember that move we tried before?
Yeah.
Let's do it now. Or that combination. Or now it's time to step up a little higher circuit, a little more conditioning style.
I mean, I can't tell you, man. My dad and I, we're gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book, and you guys will understand why I smile when I talk about my dad, because he's really built a champion. He really has. And you know, from the time I was 8 years old, I can remember getting ready for a tournament. Anybody who knows Ohio knows that in the wintertime, you can't run.
Yeah.
At 8 years old, my dad has me and my brother out there running sprints. After we finish a sprint, we're like pros at 8 years old. He's telling us to hold our breath and recover, you know?
Yeah.
So it's things like that that you know, you just develop and it becomes a part of you.
So it's like almost an exaggeration. Like
yeah, it's exaggerated. And work on your technique. It's a great time, opportunity to not be bored on the bag, to really focus on what you're doing.
It's the hardest part about what I do because I'll be honest, I have a sweet tooth. The first two things you named, cookies and cupcakes, is what I'm about. It's my life. When I'm not, you know, when I do have a chance to cheat, I cheat. I'm gonna be honest. I'm always honest on camera. But when it's time to get down to the business, I do it. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So right there cuts out a lot of the things that, you know, hold back a lot of guys from becoming champion. A whole lot of guys back from staying champion. So.
Bruno, Sean, they're doing a lot of track workout, you know, the explosive sprint training.
Yeah.
And, you know, like for Sean now, sparring is real key. Trying to get some work in, because he's kind of in condition.
Yeah.
He is. If you notice today, he's
great.
In condition.
Yeah.
And now it's just about working on the game plan. That's the beauty of having a guy like Shawn Porter in camp, a guy like Bruno Escalante in camp, Andy Fences. Those guys, they don't get out of shape.
Right.
So man, it's such a different feeling and an advantage being able to, as a strength trainer, even boxing training, to be able to work with guys that you don't have to worry about getting them in condition.
Yeah.
There's obviously days that they're down, there's days that they're not the greatest, right? But we don't go hard every day anyway.
Right.
You know, the stuff we've learned from Victor and, you know, how to really apply what, you know, the rest, the recovery, the nutrition, the proper supplementation, all those things are, they've been advantageous to us.
And they kind of go all hand in hand, it seems, too, that you can't do the sprint training without really doing the supplementation. You shouldn't without the hyperbaric and also the hypoxic. All those
the
things.
Deep tissue massage that he implies, you know, employs. There's like so many. You break yourself down so much, and a fighter. The thing about the fighter is they're used to doing that.
And not saying anything.
And they will adapt to whatever you do. You beat them down. If you're a coach that beats your fighter down, they'll adapt to it. They'll be successful to a point.
Right.
We've seen it in the past. Why is that kid only 26 years old and he basically looks shot? Why? Or that kid looks in great condition, but he ain't got nothing in the fight. He doesn't have anything. Well, I don't get it. He looks so good. There's so many factors that we do that you can get away with the fighter athlete, because the fighter athlete is used to punishment, pain, continuing on the next day even though they don't feel it, continuing on in the fight even though they're out on their feet. They're used to that. So they can mask, they can hide, they can adapt to so many things. It doesn't mean it's good for you.
If my weakness, if my demon is a cupcake or a cookie, I'll kick it out the door for this championship.
Yeah, no doubt. You should be able to conquer that.
It's very worth it. I've looked at cupcakes before, and I literally have counted the days and said, not a cupcake, but definitely cookies. Counted the days and said, all right, we'll do this. And I regretted eating it, but I work hard. My dad makes me work hard, and you know, when it's time to cut it all out and get serious, every champion out there knows what time it is, and we all do it. So, you know, whether that's anybody out there eating burgers, steaks, I'm telling you right now, we as fighters know what we have to do. When it's time to cut that stuff out, we do it.
Time.